Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my Damnation Let's Play. This episode we're going to tackle the beast that is my work-in-progress Panau build. For those of you who aren't in the know, Panau is a custom world painter map with mountains and valleys, and it's just a very, very scenic area, and of course I have to claim one of these mountains as my own and build something in it. And that something are temples. And then it starts to rain. That's just lovely. Well, without further ado, let's bring you up to speed on where I am and see where I can go from there. So picture yourself in this scenic place. You're coming up this mountain, and then all of a sudden at the top, you see something. Looks like a fortress, a bee. Who could it belong to? Basically, I wanted to create some type of wall that wasn't an eyesore, but it also wasn't I don't know, the walls of Helm's Deep. Didn't want it to be massively high because I just wanted to keep mobs out. And that's what I have here, the half slabs to keep spiders from coming out. And because this is claimed land, mobs can't spawn inside of it. So that makes everything a lot easier. So right here, this is one of the proudest things that I've built because it took so long and so many different designs to build it. There's a working gate. It's one button, controls all of it. Open and close, it's on a timer. And then I realized that we had a gate plugin. I could just do this with just one lever and a sign. But that didn't deter me. So here's the inner workings for all the redstone fanatics out there. The pulse comes down, powering piston, pushes redstone block back, and sends the signal to here. And the signal goes to power all these repeaters, which power one row of pistons, and then these go up to power another row of pistons once they're extended, and pushes the 2 layers of gravel up. And as soon as they're pushed up, shortly after, the pistons will retract. These control that. The pistons will retract, letting the gravel fall. But there's a set of pistons all the way at the top. And the signal to them is going to be sent through here. And I have a ton of repeaters set at maximum delay. So it takes a while for the signal to get all the way up there. But when it does, the pistons on the top will push it down, effectively closing the gate. So one button will do all of that. I took a lot of tweaking. I had a few other designs that I wanted to do. Some of them were apparently not possible in SMP due to lag glitches, and I had to use design with the gravel being pushed up and then falling back down, because no other designs with solid blocks that didn't obey gravity, they work fine in single player, but not in SMP. So I learned that the hard way after constructing it and then it not working, much to my chagrin. But this is the final result and I'm happy with it, and it's not going anywhere. This took a while. This goes all the way around my mountain, and I honestly don't know why I made it go all the way around, but I did it anyway. So I'm just going to quickly take you through the whole thing. So these right here, these torches mark the edge of my territory, so mobs can spawn out there. They can't get in. Well, spiders could, but they're not too bad. I still have yet to finish something here. I might make a watchtower or a mountain or wow, a watchtower or lookout or something here. I had to add a lot of these because I wanted to break up the continuity. So, yeah, they're quite nice. Just little lookouts. Nothing to get in here. I can still see. Moving on. And then, of course, when I first started, I had a visitor. Still like I'd written that sign. And then that's the end of this. Oh, I hear a spider. My plot is 110 by 100, so it's a pretty big area, but nothing too unmanageable. I just kind of worked on this on and off. So once you enter this fortress, oh, hi creeper, and I hear another spider. That's lovely. See? Mob proof. Stay out. Anyway, once you enter here, you have this grand entrance where it's just kind of beaten down and decrepit area. It used to be well paved, but now it's just gravel and cobblestone. And then you get into the nice lush garden area with the pond, and it just so happened that I was building this pond the same day that BOO was renovating the spawn area on the Minecraft server, so I took his advice and added sand and gravel in it, and it looks quite nice. It breaks up the monotony of just having dirt under there. And I'm deliberately avoiding that because save that for later in the video. But what we have here is just like a circular area with a fountain. And I quite like this fountain. I just searched fountain designs online, and I came upon this one. It's quite ornate, even for just being stone brick and stone stairs, but I like it. I'm keeping it. It's a nice centerpiece. And somewhere in this fountain, like I said, with the hidden switches, there's a block somewhere on this fountain that opens up a secret entrance to somewhere. So, if you're adventurous, try to come here and find it, because I'm probably, once I'm done everything, I'm probably going to add like little rewards, because this plot doesn't deny chest access, so I can just have it so that the first person to get it can claim the reward. Little things like that, because I just love excuses to use that hidden lever. And here we have the main attractions of my builds are the End and Nether temples. So both of them are going to be themed to their respective dimensions, using a lot of blocks that signify those dimensions. Like for this one, I'm going to use a lot of end stone, a lot of obsidian, probably stone bricks because they look cool. Maybe because of the strongholds, I'll use some mossy stone brick, some cracked stone brick. And of course obsidian, water, and I think it'll turn out nice, but I didn't really have any real ideas other than I wanted it to be roughly circular in shape. So most of my ideas are coming from what I've currently built in the nether wing of this. So most of the progress that I've made in this build, so in the past few weeks, has been this nether temple. A lot of the interior design I've just done recently because I've been preoccupied with other things, stocking my shop, building competitions, etc. And I think it's really starting to take shape. Because, of course, like I said before, I've been watching a lot of BOO, and because I know that my building style can definitely use some more accentuation and some more depth to it. So, I mean, I think that turned out well, but it's a bit blocky, and it needs to be broken up a bit. So that's what I'm starting to try to do with this build. So I have my entrance here, and then you come into this nether-themed temple with soul sand and netherrack, lighting, lava lighting. There's going to be no torches in here. And of course, taking advantage of the quartz pillars. The first quartz I've made and placed on this server so far. But I think it's coming along very well. Over the past few days, I've worked out the walls, giving them a bit more depth. Finally working out the floor of it. I think the design looks well. I'm still undecided on what I want to do here. Probably just going to do a pattern with maybe some more redstone lamps. But the biggest thing I have to tackle in this is the ceiling, because I want to make a dome, and domes are a lot more complicated than just like layering things one after the other. To make them really look like a geometric dome, there's a very precise way of doing them, so I've been struggling for the past, 2 hours or so to figure out how I'm going to do this dome. And I'm running into some problems, because this already isn't, at least I don't think it is, natural shape for the dome. So my next goal is to, first of all, mine out all of this and determine just how high this dome is going to go. And second is to determine what the dome is going to be composed of, what materials. I was thinking of a netherrack roof with curving nether brick beams, just to give it a bit more depth. Put some glowstone lighting rather than the redstone lamps. But yeah, those are my plans for that, and that's basically all the progress I've made on this build so far. I've had it for a few months now, and it's turned out really well. I'll probably put some screenshots of what it used to look like and what it was when I first claimed it. There used to be a third smaller peak right here. Actually, it was about right here, and it was just at the edge of my territory, and I didn't want it there because it was just kind of awkward. So I just took the whole peak down and made it so that you have the two almost equally sized peaks on either side, and then one large peak in the middle. Now, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this one yet. I'm probably going to do some type of fortress or some castle up there on top. But my first priority is to finish these two temples. And from the looks of this one so far, I think they're going to turn out well. If I follow the same theme, I think it's going to look good. So my current goal here is to finish this dome. And actually, my first goal is to get it started. And I just figured out what my problem was. My dome has the same walls and configuration as a 23 block wide dome, except I have this, which is much wider, and it just kind of cuts off here, because this is where it would go back one layer more. So I don't know how I'm going to deal with that, but I'm going to keep working on it, and you'll see the result in a few seconds. Now see, what did I tell you? I teleport back to my house, and I think, it's kind of dark in here. I've got mail. Snow, bow, glowstone dust, a bunch of dyes from Z-Critter. I like sending mail to people. Thanks, Z, for that. That's why I have a mailbox. And expect some weird gifts in return, especially named items. I like naming random items, because they only cost 5 levels no matter what. I just like naming them for weird purposes. So, look forward to that. Anybody else who wants to send me mail, go for it. Make sure you have a mailbox yourself so I can return the favor. So I'm just sitting here, minding my own business, brewing some potions so I can refill my netherrack and nether brick supply because I ran out building the dome. And somebody says something about the boss mobs plugin that we just re-enabled onto the server, which I quite missed because I really like the cool drops. And I don't know, just for some reason caving just wasn't really fulfilling if I wasn't under the risk of death every 10 seconds. But I go to reply to somebody, and then all of a sudden, my color changed. I got promoted, and I'm really happy about that, because, I mean, who wouldn't be? But that just came as a surprise, because I just noticed my color change at the same moment. OM, it's just like, oh hey, enjoyed the new color. So, I'm pretty happy about that. Anyway, back to the dome. Alright, here we go. My work pick is almost dead, so I'm going to enchant a new level 31. Maybe I gotta change this. Torches. Okay, let's go for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Work pick! Oh, another Fortune 3. Wow, that's my third Fortune 3. I've only gotten like 2 work picks. Well, after all those distractions, I have actually made some progress in here. I finally determined that how I'm going to fix the fact that this is one block ahead of where it should be geometrically. I think it works well. I might tweak it a bit, maybe make more complex patterns, but I don't have a lot of room to work with because it is like right next to the outside wall. But the dome is coming along well. I've determined how I'm going to make it, and I'm just doing it layer by layer. Netherrack's going to come first, and then nether brick after that. It's coming along well, but you're going to see, most likely, the completion of it on the next episode. And that marks the end of this video. Stay tuned next week. Every Wednesday is a new episode of my Damnation Let's Play, among other things that I have in the works, so stay tuned for them too. Until then, see ya!